What is up, guys? We are facing Magneto on Expert Mode with Peter Parker Spider-Man. So the main scheme will start off with one threat. This side scheme has 3. Magneto starts off with a tough stats card, and let's shuffle up the encounter deck. And then Magneto's one revealed effect, deal each player a face down encounter card. And then let's shuffle up our player deck here. And then draw up to our hand size of 6. And let's see what we get. So let's keep the Moon Girl here for sure. Ironheart, swinging web kick, and that'll be all. So let's discard and mulligan 3 cards, and then draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's use Peter Parker's Scientist to generate a mental resource. This would be 2 more mental resources for a total of 3. So we can play Moon Girl here. Play only if your identity has the champion or genius trait. We are a genius as Peter Parker. After you play Moon Girl from your hand, draw 1 card for each mental resource used to pay for. We use 3, so we're drawing 3 cards. Okay, let's flip over now to Spider-Man. And then we will use this as 2 resources. So we can play Ironheart. After you play Ironheart from your hand, draw 1 card. Let's use this as a resource to put down a web shooter here. This will have 3 web counters and an exhaustive web shooters to generate 1 resource. So we can play For the Great Web, attached to a character with Spider inside of. Let's give the Spider-Man, and we now gain the Web-Warrior trait, and when a Web-Warrior ally leaves play, we get +1 attack until the end of the phase. So Spider-Man and Moon Girl will thwart for 1, 2, 3 from Boarding Party here. To clear this off, Moon Girl takes consequential damage. When Boarding Party is defeated, we flip it over to Sabotage Master Mode. This will have 3 threat on here. And then Ironheart will thwart for 1 from the main scheme. To clear that off, she takes a consequential damage. That will end our turn. Let's keep the back flip in our hand and ready up. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is now Magneto's turn. He's adding 1 threat to the main scheme. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense activates. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw 1 card. And then let's take the attack. So it's hitting with a base of 3 plus a boost card here of 2 more. For a total of 5 damage, we'll use a backflip. When you would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent all that damage, so we can flip out of the way. And then Magneto has a force response. After Magneto attacks you, place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. You will now deal us 1 face down encounter card for a total of 2. First one here is M-type Sentinel, a minion with guard. When defeated, give Magneto a tough stats card. Next encounter card, Magnetic Missile. Defeat a Sentinel minion in play, so we can defeat this minion in play. And then take 5 damage. You may discard X cards from your hand to prevent any amount of that damage. Let's take all 5 damage. So we drop from 10 down to 5 here. And then this card also surges. So, and then, when this guy's defeated, give him a tough stats card, but he already has one, so nothing will happen with that. So 1 more encounter card. Magneto gets his helmet here. So he has +1 scheme, he can't be confused, and after your hero makes a basic attack, we can spend 1 of each resource to discard this card. Okay, so back to our turn. Let's use this as 4 resources, so we can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose 1. We're gonna pick the one to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's use this as 3 resources, and the web shooters to generate 1 for a total of 4. So we can play Avengers Mansion. Let's exhaust Avengers Mansion so we can draw 1 card. Okay, let's see here. So Nick Fury is gonna thwart for 2 from Sabotage Master Mode to bring us down to 1. He takes a consequential damage. Spider-Man's gonna thwart for 1 from Sabotage Master Mode to clear this off. This will go into the victory display, and then we put Orbital Decay out. This will have 3 threat. Okay, and then that will end our turn. Let's keep these guys here to block for us. Let's ready back up. And then keep the double energy in our hand, draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is now Magneto's turn. He will add 1 threat to the main scheme here. Okay, he's going to attack us. We draw a card with Spider Sense. And then let's have Nick Fury defend this attack. So it's hitting us with a base of 3 plus a boost card here of 1. So we're gonna do 4 damage. Nick Fury does not survive that. And after Magneto attacks, place a magnet counter on the main scheme. He will now deal us a face down encounter card, which is a minion with retaliate and teamwork, 6 hit points. When defeated, discard each stun and confused status from the villain and give him a face down boost card. Okay, so it's back to our turn. Let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw another card. And then, let's see, we want to just get out Pavitri and a swinging web kick. So let's use, okay, we're gonna use this as 3 resources so we can play swinging web kick and hit Delgado for 8. He does not retaliate because he's defeated now. When he's defeated, discard each stun and confused status from a Magneto and give him a face down boost card. So next time he activates, he'll have this boost card plus another boost. Okay, and then let's use, let's save the thing. Okay, so let's use this as 3 resources so we can play Pavitri. Whenever he enters play, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each Web-Warrior card we control, including himself. So we only have Spider-Man because of the War of the Great Web and himself. So we can remove 2 threat from a scheme. Let's get it off of the main scheme here. Okay, next, let's have Pavitri thwart for 1 from Orbital Decay to bring this down to 2. He takes a consequential damage. Spider-Man's gonna thwart for 1 from here as well. That will end our turn, so let's ready back up. And then let's keep the enhanced Spider Sense here and draw back up to our hand size of 5. Perfect, and we got a backflip as well. So it is now Magneto's turn. He's adding 1 to the main scheme. He's going to attack us, Spider Sense activate so we can draw a card. Let's actually have Ironheart defend this attack here. So he will get another boost card for a total of 2 boost cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Ironheart does not survive. And then he will add a magnet counter to the main scheme for a total of 3. Whenever there's 3 here, there's a force response. Discard cards from top of your encounter deck until you discard a magnetic card. So we're just milling down until we get a magnetic card. Okay, got rid of both advances, which is great. Okay, hopefully we don't mill the entire deck. Let's see here. No magnetic. Okay, here we go. So, and then we review this magnetic card. So Magneto gets his armor plus 1 attack. He can't be stunned and has the same effect as the helmet to get rid of it. And then we discard 3 magnet counters on the main scheme here. Okay, now Magneto will deal us a face down encounter card, which is Magnetic Bubble. So attached to Magneto, he gains retaliate 1. When he will take any amount of damage, we put it here instead. And then if there's 8 or more, then discard this card. The tough will have a priority over the bubble. Okay, so it's back to our turn. Let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. Let's use this as 3 resources when paying for a yellow card because the power of justice can count as a double. So we can put down a Beat Cop here. And then we will exhaust Beat Cop to move 1 threat from a scheme over to it. This will flip this over to physical strain. So Magneto loses steady, but he can't be stunned or confused anyways because he has his armor and his helmet. Okay, and then let's see, what do we do here? Let's use, we do want to put on the under surveillance, and we kind of want to flip over too. Okay, let's have Spider-Man swing and hit Magneto. That will get rid of the tough status card. He will retaliate and hit us back for 1, so we drop down to 4 here. Next, let's use the web shooters to, actually, if we can backflip out, then it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's use the web shooters here to generate 1 resource. This will be a 2nd resource, so we can play under surveillance and attach this to the main scheme. This will increase the target threat value of the main scheme by 4. So instead of it flipping at 5, it flips at 9 now. And then, let's see, let's have Pavitri thwart for 1 from here. And he will take 1 consequential damage. That ends our turn. Let's ready back up again. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is Magneto's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main scheme. He attacks us. We draw a card with Spider Sense. We will take the attack. This will be his boost card. 3 plus 3 for a total of 6 damage. Let's use our 2nd backflip here to jump out of the way. And then Magneto plays a magnet counter on the main scheme. He will now deal us a face down encounter card, which is a minion with toughness and teamwork. When she's defeated, give Magneto a tough status card. Okay, and if he already has one, then heal 4 damage from him. Okay, so it's back to our turn here. Let's check the deck. We have 2 cards left in the deck. So we do want to get rid of Moon Girl before then. And we can just defeat this minion. And then I think we should flip over after that. Okay, so we will have Pavitri swing and hit this minion to get rid of Tough. He is defeated and he gets this card taking 1 consequential damage. Next, Moon Girl is going to swing and do 2 damage to this minion. She is defeated, taking consequential damage as well. And then, let's see, do we care about these cards? We don't really care about these cards. So let's see, Spider-Man is going to swing for 3 because Pavitri led play, but it doesn't matter anyways, to defeat this minion. When she is defeated, give the villain a tough status card. So Magneto gets his tough back. Let's exhaust the B-Cop to move 1 threat from the main scheme over to it. And then, do we want to play this right now? The one way or another? Let's see. Let's not. Okay, so let's use, actually we could use it to try to get set up a little bit. Okay, let's play one way or another. Hero action, search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal it. Let's put out, no, not this one. Magnetically sealed. So this has the crisis icon, so we can't remove threat from the main scheme while this is here. Place 2 additional threat here for each ally in play. We don't have any allies, so this will only have 2 threat. And then we can resolve one way or another and draw 3 cards. So we're drawing 1, 2, and we decked out, so we get a face down encounter card from Magneto. Shuffle up the discard pile. And we can still draw 1 more card because one way or another allows us to draw 3. Okay, and we got the Web of Life and Destiny here, which is perfect. Now let's exhaust Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. And then we can play the Web of Life and Destiny for free. Ignore this card's resource cost if your identity has a Web-Warrior trait. We do because of the War of the Great Web here. So we can put this down. Okay, next, let's get more cards out. See, we will use this as 3 resources when paying for a yellow card because of the power of justice can count as a double. To put down a second B-Cop, and we'll exhaust this B-Cop to get 1 threat from this scheme over to it. And then let's use this as a resource to put down a web shooter here. This will have 3 web counters. And then we will flip over to Peter Parker, use Scientist to generate a mental resource to play Aunt May for free, and we'll exhaust her to heal by 4 to go from 4 up to 8 hit points. All right, and then that will end our turn. Let's ready everyone back up. And then let's keep the energy resource here in our hand. Draw back up to our hand size of 6. Okay, so it is now Magneto's turn. He's gonna add 1 threat to the main scheme. He's scheming with the base of 3 plus a boost card here of give Magneto a tough status card. He already has one, and another face down boost card. So another card here. If this is an attack defeats an ally, it's not an attack, so nothing happens. So just scheming for a base of 3. So this goes up to 4. And then Magneto will deal us a face down encounter card. So we have 2 encounter cards. First one, Metal Shards. Do 1 damage to each character you control. So we take 1 damage, dropping down to 7. And then place 1 mana count on the main scheme. Okay, not too bad. Last one, Electromagnetic Blast. Exhaust each upgrade and support you control. Okay, that is unfortunate. So we exhaust all of our cards here. And then place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. So since there is 3 now, this will activate. So we discard cards from top of the encounter deck until we get a magnetic card. And then we reveal this card. So this, let me see, has 4 threat, an amplify icon. And when defeated, the player who defeats this discards the top 4 cards of the encounter deck and place 1 magnet counter for each magnetic card. Okay, so then we can take off the 3 magnet counters. Okay, so back to our turn, but we can't use Aunt May, and we can't use any of our things that we got here. So let's see, what would be the play now? So let's use Peter Parker's Scientist to generate a mental resource. We can play Endurance. This will increase our max hit points by 3, so we go from 7 up to 10. And then our max is 13 now. And then let's flip over to Spider-Man. And then I think Spider-Man's just gonna thwart. So we're gonna have Spider-Man thwart for 1 from magnetically sealed. So take off this card and get rid of the crisis icon so we can remove threat from the main scheme now. And then let's use, can't use the web shooter. So let's use this as 3 resources. So we can play Pavitri again. He can remove 1 card from a scheme for each Web-Warrior card we control, including himself. So we have the Warrior the Great Web, making Spider-Man a Web-Warrior. The Web of Life and Destiny is 2, and then Pavitri has 3. So we can get 3 threat off of a scheme. Let's get it off of the main scheme here. And then Pavitri is going to, let's have him attack Magneto to get rid of Tough. And then he will take a consequential damage and retaliate because of the magnetic bubble here. Okay, that will end our turn. So we can ready back up now. Let's get all of our supports and upgrades readied up. All right, and then let's keep, actually let's discard the enhanced fire sense here. So we're drawing back up to our hands as a 5, keeping the backflip in our hand. Okay, so it is now Magneto's turn. He will add 1 threat to the main scheme. He's going to attack us. Spire Sense activates, so we draw a card. Let's take the attack. He has an amplify icon here, so it's hitting with a base of 4, plus a boost card of 2 more. So plus this is 3, so it's hitting us for 7. We will use a backflip to jump out of the way. After Magneto attacks, place a magnet counter on the main scheme here. And then he will deal us a face down encounter card, which is Electromagnetic Blast. Exhaust each upgrade and support you control. Let's not do that again. So we will use Enhanced Spire Sense to negate this treachery card and use, let's use the web shooters as a resource to pay for it. So we can cancel this treachery card. Okay, so back to our turn. Let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw 1 card. And then we want to get Coulson down here. If we get Coulson down, can we still play the swinging web kick? We cannot. Okay, so we're not going to get Coulson down. We're going to get the Quinn Carrier down instead. Actually, wait, if we get Coulson. Okay, but if we do this Quinn Carrier, we still can't play swing web kick because we lost too many resources using the web shooter and the enhanced Spire Sense. Okay, so we're going to have Pavitri attack Magneto. Wait, he doesn't have Tough anymore, never mind. So we're gonna just play swing web kick first. So let's use this as 3 resources. So we can play a swing web kick and we will hit Magneto for 8. That will defeat his bubble here and he won't retaliate because the bubble is gone. Okay, next let's have Spider-Man swing and hit Magneto for 2 to do our first damage in this game. That'll bring from 20 down to 18. And let's keep Pavitri here to block for us. And I think we're gonna discard the Quinn Carrier here. First, let's exhaust both B-Cops to get 2 threat off of the main scheme. So this B-Cop has 2 and this one will have 3. Okay, let's end our turn, readying back up. And then discard the Quinn Carrier, draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is now Magneto's turn. He's going to attack us. First he adds 1 threat on the main scheme. Then he attacks us. We draw a card with Spire Sense. Let's have Pavitri defend this attack. This would be his boost card. Base of 4 plus 1, 2, 3 with here. So 7 damage. Pavitri does not survive. With the effect of the Web of Life and Destiny, we can draw 1 card. And then Magneto will add a magnet counter. He uses a face down encounter card, which is the Acolytes, a side scheme with a hazard icon. Each Acolyte minion gains guard, and this will have 3 threat on here. Okay, so it's back to our turn here. Let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. And then let's do some damage this turn here. So let's use this as 4 resources so we can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose one. We're gonna choose the one to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next let's use, we can get SPDR back out as well. So let's use this as 2 resources so we can play SPDR. And then let's use, let's use this as 3 resources so we can play a swinging web kick and hit Magneto for 8. That will bring from 18 down to 10. And then, let's see, we gotta do some thwarting here. So let's exhaust both B cops to get 2 threat off of this scheme right here. So this drops down to 1, and each B cop gets 1 more threat. So this one has 4, and then this one will have 3 now. Okay, next we will have Spider-Man Thwart from the Acolytes. We gotta clear this out so we don't take another encounter card. SPDR attacks for 1 at Magneto. That'll bring from 10 down to 9. And then she takes a consequential damage. Nick Fury swings for 2 to bring him from 9 down to 7. And Nick will take a consequential damage as well. Okay, and then that will end our turn. So let's ready back up. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is Magneto's turn. He will add 1 threat to the main scheme. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense activates, so we draw a card. We decked out, so we do get a face down encounter card here. And then shuffle up the discard pile back into the deck. Okay, so well, when he attacks us, this will actually first be his boost card. We decked out, we draw a card with Spider Sense, and then he uses this encounter card here. Okay, so he's attacking us. We're gonna have Nick Fury defense attack. He gets another boost card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's swinging for 10. Nick Fury does not survive that. He gets discarded. And then after Magneto attacks, he places a magnetic counter here. Since there's 3, this card cards from the top of the counter deck until we get a magnetic card, like this one. Oh, that's terrible. So seized. Each player places the top 6 cards of their deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Face down underneath this card. And if there's any swing web kicks in there, then that would delay us. This has an acceleration token and 3 threat. And then when defeated, Magneto will activate against us. And Magneto gives us a face down encounter card. And he decks out, so we get a permanent acceleration token here. And then shuffle up the encounter deck. Okay. And then, first we can also remove these 3 magnet counters. All right. So first encounter card here is Master of Magnetism. Take the topmost magnetic card in the discard pile. There is none, but Magneto will activate against us. Okay, so he's going to attack us. This would be his boost card. We draw a card with Spider Sense. And then, let's see, okay, let's take the attack. So he's hitting us with a base of 3, 4, amplify, 5. Shuffle each acolyte main. There are none, so nothing happens with that. We'll use a backflip here to jump out of the way. And then 1 more encounter card. Electric Shock. You are stunned. Take 1 damage. After Magneto attacks, we place the magnet counter here. So now we can review this. You are stunned. Take 1 damage for each magnet counter on the main scheme. So we get stunned and we take 1 damage there, dropping from 10 down to 9. All right, so back to our turn here. Let's see, let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. Let's have Spider-Man attack to get rid of the stun here. We're gonna have SPDR Thwart for 2 from Seized. So this drops down to 1. With her effect, she returns back to her hand when she takes excess consequential damage. We can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect. Okay, next, let's exhaust both B cops. So 1 B cop will get 1 threat off of here. The other one will get 1 off of Seized. So that defeats Seized. So Magneto will activate against us. So let's discard these 6 cards. And Magneto is going to attack us. So we draw another card with Spider Sense here. And let's just take the attack. So he's hitting us with the base of 4, plus a boost card here of 1, plus amplify. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So we drop from 9 down to 3. Okay, and then let's see. And since he attacks, he places another magnet counter on the main scheme there. And then we got rid of that side scheme, so we get rid of 1 acceleration token. All right, let's see. So we want to get our swing web kick and flip him here. So let's use this as 3 resources. So we can play a swinging web kick that will hit Magneto for 8 to bring him from 7 down to 0. That flips him to his final stage here. He has 22 hit points. When reviewed, deal each player a face down encounter card. And he has a tough status card. Okay. Next, we want to get out SPDR. So let's use the web shooters as a resource here. Oops. And then let's use this beat cop as a second resource. So we can play SPDR. And then, let's see. SPDR will swing and hit Magneto for 1. That will ping off his tough status card. She takes a consequential damage. Next, we will use this as 3 resources. So we can play a second swinging web kick and hit Magneto for 8. That will bring him from 22 down to 14. Okay, next, let's flip over to Peter Parker and exhaust anime to heal. So we go from 3 up to 7. That will end our turn. So let's ready everyone back up. Let's keep the Moon Girl here in our hand. This beat cop will have 5, so we can replace this, clean it up a little bit. Okay, and then draw back up to our hand size of 6. And we are all out of swinging web kicks here, so we need to mill out the deck. Okay, so it is Magneto's turn. He's gonna add 2 to the main scheme because of the acceleration token. He's scheming for a base of 4 plus his boost card here of 2 more. So he's scheming for 6. 6 plus 3 is 9, so this will flip. The under surveillance gets discarded. And then we can also discard the magnetic counters on here. So this will flip over to stage 2A. Place 1 magnet counter here. If Sabotage Master Mode is not in the victory display, it is in the victory display here. So nothing will happen with that. And this has 1 magnet counter and 1 threat and 1 acceleration token. So Magneto is done scheming. So he's going to deal us 1 face down encounter card for a total of 2. First one here, defeat a Sentinel minion in play. There are none, but it will surge, so we get another encounter card. This card gains surge in alter ego form, so another encounter card. The villain schemes, so he's scheming with a base of 4 plus a boost card here. 5, 6, so this will flip over as well. Discard this and the threat. And this will go over to stage 3A now. Place 2 magnet counters here. And then if physical strain is not attached to Magneto, it is, so nothing will happen with that. And this has 1 threat. Okay, and then we have 1 more encounter card, Exhaustion, exhaust your identity, and it surges. So we've got another encounter card. And Alter Ego, it surges, so another encounter card. We've got a minion here with 3 hit points, piercing, and teamwork. Okay, so it's back to our turn. Let's use AMA so we can heal to go from 7 up to 11. Let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. Oops, okay. And we need to mill our deck down. So let's use Peter Parker's Scientist to generate a mental resource. This would be a second mental resource, and let's use this Wild as a third mental resource so we can play Moon Girl. Since we use 3 mental resources to play here, we can draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, next, let's flip over here to Spider-Man. And then we will have, let's see, we could blow the minion up or just do some damage. Okay, let's exhaust Beat Cop here for its second effect. Exhaust Beat Cop and discard all the threat from here. So 4 threat to deal that amount of damage to an enemy. So it's going to do 4 damage to this minion. And it is defeated. The player who defeats this minion is stunned. So we do get stunned. Okay. Then let's exhaust this Beat Cop to move 1 threat over to it. And then, let's see, we do have enhanced Spider Sense here. We want to have SPDR Thwart. So she will thwart for 2 from here. She returns back to her hand, taking excess consequential damage, and we draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect. We got a backflip here, which definitely helps out. And then, let's see, we want to get SPDR back down, and we want to get Pavitri down as well. Okay, so let's use this as 3 resources to play Pavitri. Whenever he enters play, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each Web-Warrior card you control, including himself. So we can clear this out because we have 1, 2, 3 Web-Warrior cards. So when this is defeated, the player who defeats the scheme discards the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and place a magnet counter on the main scheme for each magnetic card. There are none, so we got lucky with that one. And then let's get SPDR down as well. So let's use this as 2 resources so we can play SPDR back down. So SPDR will swing and hit Magneto for 1 to bring him from 14 down to 13. She takes 8 consequential damage. Pavitri swings for 1 to bring from 13 down to 12. He takes 8 consequential damage. Moon Girl swings for 2 to bring him from 12 down to 10. She will take 2 consequential damage. And then that will end our turn. Let's ready back up. Let's keep the backflip and the enhanced Spiral Sense in our hand here. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we decked out. So Magneto does deal us a face down encounter card here. And we got one more swing web kick. So we can end it if we can survive one more turn here. Okay, so it is Magneto's turn. He is going to add 1 threat to the main scheme, or rather 2 threats to the main scheme. He is going to attack us. We will take the attack. So he's hitting with a base of 4 plus a boost card here of 1. So he's going to do 5 damage to us. We will use a backflip here to jump out of the way. And then after he attacks, he places a magnet counter on the main scheme. This will go off. So this card cards on top in contact until we get a magnetic card. Okay, when reviewed, do 1 damage to each character you control. Okay, that was the one I didn't want. So everyone takes 1 damage. So SPDR is defeated. We draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny. Pavitri took his 1 damage. Moon Girl takes 1 damage, and she is defeated. Okay, and then also place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. And after that resolves, we can remove 3 magnet counters. Okay, we have, let me see, that was from that. So Magneto will deal us 1 design counter card for a total of 2. First one is a minion with guard. Last one, Master of Magnetism. Take the topmost magnetic card in the encounter deck. Let's cancel it. So let's use Enhanced Spiral Sense to cancel this treachery and use another Enhanced Spiral Sense to pay for it. Okay, so this minion has guard. So let's exhaust Peacock and do 1 damage to a minion for each threat on here. So this is 6 threat. We can do 6 damage to his minion, discarding the Peacock. When he is defeated, give Magneto a tough status card. So Magneto gains tough here. Pavitri will swing and hit Magneto for 1. That will get rid of tough. He is discarded. And we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect. And then, let's see, Spider-Man is going to swing to remove the stun status. Use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. And we got Ironheart here, which is perfect. So let's use this as a double resource. So we can play Ironheart. When she enters play from your hand, draw 1 card. And actually, we're so short on 1. So let's use one way or another. Hero action, search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal it. So let's put out Magnetically Sealed. This will have place 2 additional threat here for each ally in play. We have 1 ally, so this would get 2 more threat for a total of 4. And then we can resolve one way or another and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then this will be discarded now. Next, let's use these 3 cards so we can play Agent Coulson here. When Agent Coulson enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation card and add it to your hand. So we're looking for Spycraft here, and we get it to our hand, and we need that as a resource. So shuffle up the deck again. All right, I think we are ready now. So let's have Ironheart attack Magneto for 1. That'll bring him from 10 down to 9. She takes a consequential damage. Coulson will swing at Magneto for 1 to bring him from 9 down to 8. He takes 8 consequential damage. Exhaust the web shooters now to generate 1 resource. Gets discarded. This would be 2 more resources for a total of 3. So we can play our final swinging web kick and hit Magneto for 8. That will bring him from 8 down to 0. And that is Magneto on expert mode.